has a special place for me because, as like the Twin, this is also twin engine. Welcome back. We've come down to see another car which has, again, a bit of a special banter relationship with me and the owner. We've come to see a twin engine Daewoo, which has two C20 LETs. Kevin, who owns the car, always slags my Corsa off as being the trailer queen, and I always slag this off as being the car with the world's most cable ties. So it's being rebuilt. Let's see how many cable ties it's used, because I'm guaranteeing you there's thousands of them. Come down to see Kevin's. It is a Daewoo Nexia, which to some of the Vauxhall lads, it's basically a Mark II Astra. But this one has a special place for me because, as like the Twin, this is also twin engine. And it's twin engined with two C20 LETs, identical to the Corsa. Now, Kevin's not going a massive specification on this. He tells me he's going around 300, but I know with Kevin it's going to be more. It's still a work in progress. This car has been on the road, has been used, it has been raced. It's literally on its rebuild stage now to get it back onto the road and back where it was. Because when this was first done, which was kind of a joke he used to wind me up about, was he built this complete car in 6 months. Where obviously I took probably 10 years. But he'll even admit himself, he threw it together, get it to work, and then once it worked, he realised how much fun it was. He wanted to rebuild it and make it right. So that's what he's on with now. So as you can see, tubular manifolds, Evo turbos, it's on standalone ECU, ME ECUs, it's on VW coil-on plugs. He's just upgraded everything to make it more reliable and a little bit more, a little bit more power in it. Because I think originally, when this was first done, he took it to PVS, and when he was at PVS, mine was not finished, and kindly he took me out for a run on the quarter mile, and it ran a 12 flat.
They're looking at him and say, it's got 2 engines in it.
Not quite sure what's going on with the engine down there.
And I think each engine was around 200 to 250 horsepower. So yeah, everything's been rebuilt. He's got a new exhaust system, he's got a new fan system, he's put all the new ducting, which if you look down there, he's made like a box for the radiator with all 4 ducting to pull cold air in. He's got ducting down here to pull the cold air in. And again, unlike with the Twin, this has 2 radiators, and where my Twin only has 1, because he likes to have everything independent. He's made a custom gear shifter this time round, because he'll even admit himself, the gear selector is always the Achilles heel with these things. They have to change gear right. And from what he tells me, on the original build, the front engine was rod shift and the back engine was cable shift, and it would just cause problems. And also, which made me laugh, which I didn't realise, was to do the clutch pedal, you basically put 2 cylinders on there. 1 pedal, 2 cylinders. He didn't. He had 1 engine on a cylinder and 1 engine on a cable. So he's now basically refining it, making it right. The gears now work beautifully. on both engines. It feels just like my car. You know, I'm really chuffed he's getting on with it. Unfortunately, he's come to a halt just for the time being whilst he builds his Audi. So it's just nice to know that he's finally pulling it back out, getting it all done and getting it finished, because it is a fun car. For me, being a fellow twin engine fan, I want to see it finished because, you know, it's another one. And to tell you a little bit a story about this is out of all the twin engine cars I know, I've researched and I've spoken to the owners, this one was used on the road a lot of times. He would go to work in it, he would do track days in it, he would literally go out for a drive with his friends with it all the time. It had a hell of a lot of road mileage on there. So for him to say, obviously he's trying to make it a bit more reliable, it was kind of reliable back then, but you know, he's refining it, making it better. He's upgraded to 4 pumps now, so he's got 2 pumps per engine. He's fitted a swirl pot because obviously he wants to do track days with it. It's just nice to know that it's all being redone. Intercooler in the roof with the, I don't know if I can see, there you go, with the roof vent. So everything's just being, you know, fine-tuned, you know, rectified, and not as many cable ties as there was previously. He had little control boxes.
Yeah, that's it, and you can adjust the weighting. So.
Now you'll also know Kevin, if you follow LLF, Kevin's had the Lotus Exige, and it's been on there I think twice, and this now is the rebuild stage. So I think that's, if you look at the reg, I think that's his Instagram. He's going K20 turbo swap, all new back end, all new rebody. So again, that's another thing he's working on, soon to be finished, soon to be back out. So I'm going to sign it off. Little introduction to the car. I'm so glad I've been able to see it because I've probably not seen it now for 6 or 7 years. It's been a long time. Really nice that he's getting it rebuilt up back to the way it should be. It'd be really nice to see it finished, and fingers crossed he'll start putting some road miles on it, and he'll start showing all the other twin engine builders like myself that you can have a twin engine car and use it as a daily. So watch this space. We'll have it back on when it's finished. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.